something out of a Hollywood horror movie. We wish it was, but murder hornets are a real thing. And for the first time, they've been spotted here in the U.S. At more than 2 inches long, the Asian giant hornet has a stinger that can kill a human if stung several times. And they're also threatening the honeybee population. CNN's Bill Weir joins me now. So Bill, I mean, honeybees already under enormous threat, climate change, etc. But beekeepers reporting piles of dead bees. I mean, what's happening here?
It is like a horror script in the insect world. They're finding these honeybee hives full of decapitated honeybees, and at first they couldn't figure out what was happening. And then what made the most sense is, as you said, it's the murder hornet, this Asian giant hornet that has a mandible that can just rip the head off of a honeybee and go through dozens of them in seconds. They feed the thorax to their offspring and then can take over that hive. And it's the first time these insects have been discovered in North America. They were discovered up in Canada, now Washington State, 2 different sightings. And they're so worried, as you say, because honeybees are our pollinators. So much of our food supply depends on these little friends of ours in nature, and to have an invasive species like this come along at this time when they're reeling from colony collapse is really troubling.
Okay, 2 questions. 1, are they also a danger to humans? And 2, what can be done about them, if anything?
Yeah, so they as you said, if you get stung a bunch of times, these things kill up to 50 people a year in Japan. They describe the sting like being poked with a red-hot thumbtack through your flesh, and it sting through a beekeeper's suit. But the much more troublesome is what they'll do to the food supply. And the only way to stop them is to try to catch the queen as they leave their, in the spring, start looking for new places to build nests and colonies. And that's really, really difficult. But entomologists say we have just a short window of time to try to find these things and kill them before they spread across the country.
And are they spreading across the country, or just in isolated places at this point?
Just isolated places so far. Vancouver Island, up in the Pacific Northwest, a couple different spots. They could tell from tests that they weren't connected, so there were 2 different separate invasions. And that's what's most troubling.
Goodness gracious.